Live free and be happy, baby.
Yo, what's going on with y'all out there? Shit, I'm always typing some shit, posting a meme. I said, let me talk to him real quick. Let me put some meat on your brain real quick. It's for all the positive energy, the people that's growing, all that little good shit you be trying to do in the midst of chaos, right? Plus, I'm bored. I got a long way to go. Well, I ain't got that long, I just feel like talking shit. Like I said, put a little fat on your brain. And so, I pulled the all-nighter, just not getting off. It's damn near 10 o'clock. But I just wanted to talk to you about if you ain't been paying attention, or, you paying attention and you kind of confused. And if sometimes you find yourself, right, involving yourself in shit you ought not involve yourself in, and you don't mean no harm by it, you just enjoying yourself, you entertained by it, it's a, you know how we do. We look for better days, you know what I mean? And you got some people, that can brighten up your day, or they can, fuck your day up. But I just want to tell all the positive energy out there, the people that be trying to get their mind right, and they be focused and they be in their own little lane and shit like that. You need to stay there. You need to stay there. Because the key to all this shit right now, if you look at it, right, the best thing that you can do is avoid conflict. And when I say avoid conflict, I mean avoid all conflict unless you are physically in danger. But you need to learn how to start avoiding conflict, because sometimes people can pull you in, right, to some shit that you ain't got nothing to do with. And you don't know, you might be entertaining a person or entertaining an individual, and they might be in conflict with somebody and themselves, or they might be in conflict with themselves. So what they'll do is come pour that negative energy on you. But what you need to be aware of is your mental health, because mental health is important, right? Because you have some people that don't know that their mental health is decreasing. They don't know that their mental health is declining. And they don't realize it until they do something beyond. They go all out on something, or they respond to something, and it just affects them wholeheartedly. Then that's when they realize like something is wrong. But in reality, their frequency done failed so goddamn low, that now it's mental illnesses that they dealing with. You feel what I'm saying? And you'll get involved with that, and you're trying to heal them. You're trying to build them up and motivate them and inspire them. But at the same time, you're not knowing, by you plugging into that negative energy, then your mental health start to decrease. So you have to be aware of that. So when I say avoid all conflict, that means arguments. That means people who don't vibe like how you vibe, that don't see shit for what it is. Because you got to realize, right, when a person mental health is declining, they don't realize it. And so what they do, they're going to keep going to the extreme. They're going to keep on, the frequency going to keep falling. They're going to keep on going through the same shit until it becomes a point to where now it's a habit. And one thing I learned about negative people, right? People that go around negative people, that entertain negative people, are negative people. Period. Because they love that bullshit. That's their mentality. So it's important to avoid that, because that's a conflict. And you should be avoiding all conflicts at all times. A lot of times people can come to you and they'll say things that'll motivate you, it'll cheer you up. And you don't realize that they're trying to motivate themselves. They're projecting. It's kind of like, right, when a person is constantly saying, watch out for the enemy, friends ain't friends, all family ain't blood, can't trust nobody. I'm not saying that's the majority, but a lot of times that's a person that's projecting. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because you have to stop and ask yourself the question of, who are you trying to convince that so heartily? Who are you trying to motivate that much? And they're not getting it because you keep doing it over and over and over again. By definition, that's an insane person. You feel what I'm saying? So your mental health be important. And one of the key elements, what's up, Big Male? Peace, King. One of the big elements to increasing your mental health is to avoid people that don't know that their mental health is in a decline. It ain't about you being no tough guy or no tough woman. It ain't got nothing to do with that, because check this out. When you got something to lose, you will never ever defeat a person that don't got nothing to lose. The dog that bit you in the morning will bite you in the afternoon. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be aware of what your interactions and who you interacting with. Sometimes, yeah, y'all might share the same traits. Y'all might like the same books or TV shows or stuff like that. But they're not watching it how you're watching. You're watching it to be entertained, but the moment you see something that's valuable to your mental that you can learn from, you don't see the show the same. You don't see the individual the same. You don't see the movie the same. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to be aware of your own mental health. And a lot of us don't be wanting to deal with that shit. We'll just push it to the side and think to ourselves, well, it is what it is. That's not what it is. You know what? I'm not gonna say let's stop doing that, because I don't hold no domain over nobody and how they think, nor do I want to. That's why I feel like I do certain things, right? Because I don't want to be no special. I don't want to be no special conscious person. I don't want to be no special anything. I just want to be me. That's it. I just want to be the best version of myself. So when I see other people being the best versions of themselves, I'm not just entertained, I'm motivated. I'm inspired by it. You feel what I'm saying? So accountability, peace, queen, accountability and responsibility comes with all of that energy. All of that is necessary. But the key element is to avoid all conflicts. You feel what I'm saying? So as the individual, yes, you can inspire other people. Yes, you can teach other people. Yes, you can motivate other people. But the best thing you can ever be is an example. Because you can talk to your face blue. You can preach to your wings grow on the back of your shoulders. You can do all of that. But if you're not being the example, if you're the messenger that don't live by the message, then you're going to find yourself in conflict. Why? Because there's going to be people looking to point out certain things that you do, certain habits that you have, so that they can justify what they do. You feel what I'm saying? So, you have to be aware of your circle. You have to be aware of your own aura. And the only way you can do that is by avoiding conflict. Because y'all know it. People look for shit. People look for a reason to prove you wrong. They look for a reason for them to say to themselves and justify themselves why they shouldn't be accountable, why they shouldn't be responsible. And other people like, look what he's doing. Look what she's doing. I'm not going to accept that. My price is this. This is who I am. This is my level. If you're not on my level, fuck you. Get out of my space. And that's fine. But at the same time, look at the options. See, me as the individual, I drive myself crazy. You know what I mean? Because I'm so little and focused on looking at the little things, because I think it's the little things that make the bigger things bigger than what they are. And that possession can take control of your mental. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't watch a commercial without feeling some type of way. I can't watch a movie, a TV show. You know what I mean? Like, I see the mental damage within people as a whole. You know, I'm from Chicago. I see the sisters out here. Sisters walking in and out of stores. They talking to themselves. You know, brothers doing the same thing. People get extreme. See, now that's when you can see mental illness. You feel what I'm saying? Like, mental illness is when you go to the extreme without knowing you going to the extreme. When you going beyond what you necessarily need to go beyond. Because you've given up the civil part of you. You know how they be talking like that upper self and that lower self? Well, we all have that trait. We all have the lower self and the higher self, right? But our lower self is what we don't give balance to, because we don't realize our lower self is in more control than you think. I mean, think about it, right? Look at your environment. Look at who you engage with. Look at who you connect with, what your frequency is, what you entertain. And then look at your high frequency, and then look at what you engage in and what you entertain. If you always entertaining bullshit, you're going to find yourself in bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? See, I'm more like an introvert or introvert, however you say it. I'm antisocial, but I'm not antisocial. See, I can socialize with people, but it's got to serve a purpose. It's got to be a meaning to it. I'm going to gain something from it. I can't just entertain people just because I ain't got nothing else to do. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like if I post something, it's only a small crowd that actually get it. And I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that, because I'm what you call probably antisocial. I know that sounds like it's contradiction, but it's not. Like, I literally love to see positivity. I love to see spirituality. I love to see a reflection of something that is positive, that a person is growing, a person is changing. You feel what I'm saying? It's like I was telling a person the other day, I don't get into people's beef. They can be my homies, they can be family, they can be anything. I don't care what they are, because I live in reality. Like, I'm not the only one living reality. I know there's other people that do the same shit. They live in reality. They see shit for what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you're talking to me and you're telling me how this person did you wrong and they ain't shit, I'm only entertaining the conversation because you called me with the conversation. You came to me with the energy. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's some bullshit. So then when I talk to the person you're talking to and they saying the same thing you saying, I'm saying, oh yeah, that's some bullshit. And then we all get together, and for some reason, the luck of whatever we gonna call it, it comes up. A motherfucker say, remember what we was talking about? Don't that nigga be on bullshit. I'm gonna be like, damn, what the? See, I'm pulled into that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was just trying to console my brother or my sister. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to, like, if it's some bullshit, it's some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? So when we all get together and you say, yeah, Tone, ain't that some bullshit? Remember you told me that was some bullshit. See, now you done pulled me into that. Now you done turned the private conversation public. See, now I can't talk to you because one-on-ones don't mean nothing to you. Because you used to bullshit. You like the drama. You like that shit. And I'm a playful person. I'm a playful person, but I'm not a playful person. And this is going to go back to avoiding conflict, right? I play with who I'm used to playing with. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that shit twisted. I tell jokes on social media. In real life, I don't play like that. I'm be honest with you. I really don't. My conversations be serious. I joke for a little bit, but then it go right to seriousness because I'm in the real world. I'm seeing it every day. I'm seeing brothers get killed, seeing sisters get killed. Just not too long ago, a brother saved a sister from an abandoned house that she had been trapped in. She had been missing for a few weeks. So in the real world, ain't nothing to play with. Ain't nothing to play for. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be aware of that because why? You know what? You know the feeling. You ever been in a situation where you was playing with a person one-on-one and you only play with that person like that? And then when they get in a crowd or a group, then they get to saying some shit and not people laughing and you ain't taking it a certain way, but then they try to play with you like you something to play with. And so now you feeling some type of way because you like, hey, bro, don't play. I don't know them. Don't play like that, bro. What we talk about is what we talk about. Sis, what we talk about is what we talk about. So now you feeling some type. See, now you back in the conflict. You feel what I'm saying? Because now you don't hate the person. You don't dislike the person. But you know that was some bullshit. That's some shit starting shit. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, you have to be aware of that at all times because you don't know what the individual is really on. You only know what they show you. You only see what they tell you. But as the individual, it's up to you. Self-preservation is key. It's up to you to be aware that this is a system, right? And the system is going to do what the system's supposed to do. The first goal of the system is to break down and detour your mental health guide it into the space that it wanted to be so that it can benefit from it. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not no follow the crowd ass person. I'm going to see I believe this is what makes people different. Not just me. When you see something, you're going to look into it. If you care about your mental health, if you care about which direction you want to go in life and what you want to intake into your mind, it's just like a vegan. A vegan don't eat meat because it's bloody and it's red and it's an animal and it's a part of earth. No, they are trying to preserve their health. You feel what I'm saying? And there's nothing against the people that eat meat because I eat meat. You feel what I'm saying? It's nothing against it. But when we get to getting on this self-righteous shit and trying to point out what another person is doing and making fun of another person, it's no longer about civil. It's conflict. Because why would you want to create conflict that's not there? It's just like, it's common sense. It's like a basketball team. It's a point guard, shooting guard, small forward. What's that? Center, power forward. They all got different roles, but as a team, that's what wins the game. The point guard is not trying to be the shooting guard, and the shooting guard not trying to be the center, and the small forward ain't trying to be the motherfucking power forward. Everybody got to play a role, but instead we continuously try to point out certain shit because why? We're projecting. We're fighting something that's unnecessary. We're creating conflict that's not there, right? And the reason why I'm talking about this shit, because I post all the time, man. I ain't went live in a long time. But I ain't feel like, I don't read people long posts. So I ain't finna put no long post up there. You know what I mean? I did in the past. But I believe mental health, you should be protecting your mental health at all costs. If a person has the inability to communicate something, that's not your fault. You feel what I'm saying? It's not your responsibility or your, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not for you to teach somebody how to communicate. You can communicate, you can be the example and communicate with them. And if they're willing to learn, then they'll learn from it. But the moment you communicate something or do something they don't like, and then it's boom, fuck you. I don't want to deal with you. Let them have that. That's okay. That's cool. You know what I mean? Like, People got their own lives and their own mind. But you as the individuals that speak, that's looking, seeking spirituality, you seeking peace, you seeking that peace of mind. That's the reward for avoiding conflict, unnecessary confrontation. That's the reward for that. Because at the end of the day, people gonna do what they want to do, and they're gonna find a reason to justify that shit. It doesn't matter what I say, what you say, what the ancestors say, what God say, Allah say. It don't matter what none of those people say. If the person or individual is not willing to look at themselves, because you don't have to say you need to change, you need to do this. No, you need to do what's mentally healthy for you. If you're always in a space where it's no growth there, then you have to remember it's your fault. It's your fault. So avoiding conflict is necessary, because you have to remember, some people came out of the last 2 or 3 years, mental health done decreased. They got a complete different mental illness. That's just like if you see a person like just recently in Chicago, right? Guy get into it, one person, he killed 2, injured 7. Now, what would make a person do that? Why was it that serious for 10 people to get touched, for 9 people to get touched? 9 out of 10, his mental health was at a decrease. And you can't blame people if they don't know. But when it's people who supposed to know and should know and behave a certain type of ways, then you have every right to point the finger. It ain't about being self-righteous. It's about you taking care of yourself and mentally growing constantly. See, that's why, I don't know about anybody else, but I can assume that multiple people that I encounter or deal with or laugh with, they're focusing on their mental health. Somewhere down the line, they're eliminating something and adding something. Not because they ain't got nothing else to do, but because it's going to make them physically strong, mentally strong, spiritually strong, financially strong. You get what I'm saying? But the financial is like the last part. It's a part of it because, let's be honest, everybody got bills, rent, mortgage, car notes, whatever you want to call it. You live in the real world. You're going into an already structured society. So you don't have time to be arguing about what we should do and what we could do, because most people, it's all about doing it. Instead of telling somebody else to do it, it's all about just doing the shit. Because if you're doing it, somebody else gonna see you doing it. And plus, the conflict gonna always arouse itself, because why? It's always, the universe is a duality. It's always gonna be an opposite. When you say let's go left, it's gonna be a person. And I've had this happen to me, right? I'll be talking about something in my space, and they'll come over here. I'll say, let's go left. They'll come over there and say, no, fuck left. Let's go right. You feel what I'm saying? And then I'll be like, damn, boy, it do make sense, but go on your own page and teach that. Go on in your own space and teach that. And then when I go over there, they ain't talking about none of that shit. They talking about whether LeBron loves peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or not. You feel what I'm saying? So, man, come on. You have to be in reality. Everything us as who we are, everything the system does affects us. You just like you'll have, and people got their own mind. I ain't knocking it. You'll have people say, well, fuck what's going over there with the war. That don't got nothing to do with us. And then they'll turn around and say gas high to the motherfucker. Food high to the motherfucker. Who you think paying for that shit? Poverty builds governments. Poverty builds civilization. Do you think the elite of us, the multi-millionaires and billionaires amongst the people out here, you think they kids are going off to fight some dumbass war? You think they are going off into these countries and losing their lives and limbs? They not doing that shit. It's the poor people that are doing that. So to keep you ignorant and keep you docile is always a part of the goal. Never forget that. That's why your mental health is so important. That's why it's important for you to avoid Like bro said, like weirdos. It's important for you to focus on your mental health. People play all day, and that's fine. That's you because I play. Like I said earlier, I play, but I don't play. I more so joke around because I have to laugh when I'm in a certain space, in a certain environment, because I can't tell a person not to think or feel the way they feel. I can't do that. You get what I'm saying? I'll be a hypocrite. And when I see people doing that, they be hypocrites. They'll tell you in a minute, man, I fuck the system. I can't stand the system. They won't let me be me. Why they won't let my people be me? Why can't we be ourselves and express ourselves? And they'll go right on somebody's page that express themselves, whatever they believe in, whatever they think, and they'll start shitting on. You are the person that you talk about when you don't see who you are, when you're not protecting your mental health. And when you're not protecting your mental health and it starts to decline, that's when it becomes a mental illness. You get what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with laughing. There's nothing, like sis said, no, it's nothing wrong with humor. Does heal, but good humor grows. You get what I'm saying? The joke don't have to be clean. You feel what I'm saying? You can get the meaning as long as you understand the explanation of what's being explained to you, what's being pointed out. Because most jokes that mean something, it's real. It's a reality thing. And you have to, that's why I said earlier, the key thing is to avoid all conflicts with people, because a lot of our people not living in reality. And so you'll wonder why you go in the gas station. Man, I experienced this like a few weeks ago. I'm in the gas station 7 o'clock in the morning. 2 young boys, you feel me? They come out of nowhere, and they talking about some, man, knock his ass out, folks. Now it's me and 3 other people standing in line. I don't know if they talking to me or the 2 people ahead of me. All I know is I planted my feet and I'm ready to go. But why do I have to do that? I'm just going in there to get gas. Why? Because people's mental health is at a decrease. It's declining constantly. You feel what I'm saying? So it's important for you to protect your mental health. It's important for you to avoid conflict and see things for what it is. Don't just let somebody point something out or sell you something. No, research it. Look into it. Investigate it. Because that's what you're programming inside your mind. That's what you are programming inside your heart. So you have to be very aware of that. You feel what I'm saying? See, what I'm saying is this. At the end of the day, and I ain't going to hold you hostage. You feel what I'm saying? It took me a long time to get my mental health up because of stuff I grew up seeing, traits that I learned, habits that I got caught up in. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm always protecting. That's why I disappear on y'all ass. I'm gone. Like once a trend starts and the jokes become dull and it become more harmful than funny, I'm like, you know what? Boom. Matter of fact, I ain't even finished with this book. I'm back in this book. You know what I mean? Like I get lost in my books. You feel what I'm saying? But it took me a long time. When somebody say something, I've always been the type of person, if you say something, I believe you. Why do you gotta lie? I mean, people lie. I'm not saying they don't, but why? I don't got time to waste energy trying to figure out if you lying to me or not. I'm just, once I see some bullshit, I'm just going, I'm a skedaddle. I'm gonna separate myself. Because now, if I don't, then it's gonna fuck with my mental health. And my mental health is going to start to decrease. And you might think I'm crazy. And everybody's a little crazy. But I can't do it. You know what I mean? I see boys in the hood and goddamn it, South Central. I don't care to watch Power. And I'm not knocking nobody that do it. I don't care to watch none of that shit. Because I done already synced that show already. You feel what I'm saying? So why I'm going to keep pouring that energy into me when I already know how it's going to end? You feel what I'm saying? I already know what the plot is, what the content is. And that's fine. It's just entertainment to some people, and that's cool. But when you grow up constantly seeing drama, Constantly seeing black man versus black woman versus black man. You see people make money off of it. You see people that live in poverty have the most expensive stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, I used to be a materialistic person until I realized the person I'm buying this stuff from is the one that's the baller. I'm getting the crumbs. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not finna argue over you who got the most crumbs. But if that's what you want to do, if that's what you need to do, that's fine. It's like I said, I didn't come on here to, to judge nobody. I'm just telling the people that know better, that know what the fuck I'm talking about. You feel what I'm saying? To be aware of your mental health and avoid conflict and confrontation. It don't have to be physical. A lot of this shit is more mental than it is physical. And plus, the physical part, if you ain't realized this already, your ass is a prisoner of war. That's what you are. You're a prisoner of war. Like Neil Fuller Jr. said. That's all you are. You're in a government being ruled by a government. It's to say, if you ever been locked up, if you ever been confined, where somebody had to tell you what to do, and where you was confined at, depending on how much you eat, when you ate, when you slept, when you woke, then you will know what a prisoner is. And you are a prisoner. And I mean, you look and laugh at people that's locked up, but they got the same thing you got. They can get shoes, clothes, jewelry. They watch TV, listen to radio. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's comfortable. It's what Elijah Muhammad called suffering peacefully. But I just wanted to tell y'all that, man. I ain't trying to preach to the choir. That's why you don't see me post a lot of shit, because I ain't the preaching to the choir type no more. I mean, it was fine while I was doing it, but I had to realize that the people that's in the real world, I don't have nothing to offer them. I don't own no land. I don't own no goddamn housings. None of that. No, I can't give them jobs. I can't do none of that. So for me to tell them to stop what they're doing, I want them to stop. But at the end of the day, if you can't tell that dude that's trying to feed his family to stop and read a book, because that don't put food on the table. Reading books don't keep the lights on. So when you trying to be self-righteous and call yourself trying to tell somebody what they need to do, you have to wait for the right moment to express it and give it to them. It's like a vegan person, that people that don't eat meat, that know that that's a hard process. You just don't stop. It's a process to that. They're gonna wait for the right opportunity. When they've been telling their mama or their uncle or a family member or a friend, man, stop eating meat, man, it's killing. They like, man, be quiet. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. And then when they get sick, they say, hey, check this out. This is good for your health. This will help your health. And they'll start introducing to them in increments. You know what I mean? So that's how you avoid. That's another example of avoiding conflict and confrontation. Because people, let's be honest. Let's just be honest, and I'm gone. Most people, you try to teach something and tell something, they'll listen. But when they're not around you, they'll go back to what they used to do. You feel what I'm saying? And if you push the button too much, they're going to respond. And in all actuality, they're justified in how they respond back to you. Because now they feel like they're in a conflict. They're being judged. But whatever make you laugh and whatever rock your boat, that's on you to do. Just stop coming and complaining to everybody else when there's another option. There's always another option. Always. So we have to be positive. We have to learn how to communicate better and realize what self-preservation is, and avoid conflict and avoid confrontation and be unified within ourselves. You feel what I'm saying? What's up, King? Peace. Yeah, these low frequency motherfuckers. Yeah, I mean, but look, hey, but check this out though. You know what's the crazy part about it, King? You'll have a motherfucker that's conscious and all outdoors and still have a low frequency. You feel what I'm saying? Because they'll be incompetent and irrational. Too much of anything will affect you. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to be careful on anything you intake, anything you put inside you. Whether it's your mind or your body, your mind or your stomach, you still have to pay attention. I know I ain't gonna say I know, but I've seen people, they say all the right things. The messenger has a message, and it's a powerful message, but they don't live by the message. You feel what I'm saying? So absolutely, you have to disconnect. That's why I'm a big supporter of cutting people off. I don't have to beef with you or be angry or be your enemy. No, the frequency is just too low. You know what I mean? You won't even address the shit. You feel what I'm saying? So get with me when the frequency get high. When you start caring about your mental health. You feel what it's like that? What's that post that say, don't disturb my peace if you're at war with yourself? Yeah. And we're all at war with ourselves as individuals. We're all fighting something, trying to defeat some bad habit or, a way of thinking or what we entertain. We're all doing that. You know what I mean? So it's not no one trick pony. It's not no one solution to the cause. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody got their own path and their own way. Why? Because their experiences are different. You can't tell a person on the south side of Chicago to go and tell a person on the west side of Chicago how they supposed to be living. You feel what I'm saying? And vice versa. Just like you can't tell a person shouldn't be going to fucking Milwaukee to tell a motherfucker in Milwaukee what they supposed to be doing. The law, the structure, the environment, everything is different. Now we might have common traits, common goals, and common enemies, but those traits don't operate the same in the environment that they're in. That's a specific trait for that specific environment. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like it's like cars, right? All cars run the same, but all cars gonna cost you different. A Benz ain't gonna cost you the same as a Toyota. So when you go into a certain type of environment or you start engaging with a certain type of individual, just know it's gonna cost you something. It might cost you a BMW price. It might cost you, you know what I mean? A little Equinox or something, you know what I mean? But it's gonna cost you. Everything you do, everything you engage in, it costs you. And your mental health, if it's not beneficial to it, it's gonna decline and you ain't gonna feel it. You ain't gonna know it until it's at its lowest stage and it becomes mental illness. And now everything you do is just off the chart. It's like, God damn, I can't believe they did that. Or I can't believe you said that. You feel what I'm saying? So everybody's on their own journey. You just respect people's space. And if that's not your cup of tea, you separate yourself. They don't have to be your enemy. You don't have to be mad at them. You don't have to do none of that. I don't get that. See, that's why, like, if I go out somewhere with an individual, I don't go out to places where I know everybody, because my space with that individual is going to be a peaceful space. And when I'm not there to play with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get to plan, and I'm some way with this individual, and that's how she view me, or that's how they view me, and you playing with me in a certain type of way, then she gonna think I'm a liar. You feel what I'm saying? She gonna think I ain't who I say I am, because I ain't separated myself. I ain't corrected that. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, that's confrontation. That's conflict. That's a conflict of interest. You know what I mean? Just know the rules of engagement, because people ain't always who they say they are. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And ain't nothing wrong with that, because it is something wrong with it, but it's only wrong to you if you on a different time stamp and you're going a different direction. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey man, y'all enjoy this weekend, man. I'm gonna go and get up out your ear, man. I done talked enough. I felt like I needed to say something because I ain't went live. I'm always posting shit and people be taking it the wrong way. I don't care, because that's your fault that you can't see behind the message. You looking at the messenger. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's why they got TV, man. Go follow your favorite celebrity that never responds to you. Go in they space and tell them happy birthday and happy anniversary and shit, and they never see. You feel what I'm saying? Like, go do that. That shit works for you. And that's fine. That works for you, but I'm not finna do that. I make no apologies. All right, man. Peace and love.
Live free and be happy, baby.
LFBH, live free, be happy. LFBH, LFBH, live free, be happy. LFBH, LFBH, live free, be happy. LFBH, LFBH, live free, be happy. LFBH.